The strategy that I chose is highlighting. The reason I chose this strategy is because it is similar to the one I used in my actual lesson. In my lesson, I used the use of a graphic organizer. A graphic organizer is used to jot down important information from a text that will allow students to organize and easily refer back to. The reason I chose highlighting is because it is similar. Highlighting while reading allows the students to mark important areas of text that they can refer back to. This is also an important strategy because it is colorful and it allows the students easy access to access information. So today, class, we are going to be learning how to comprehend poems. Can anybody tell me what a poem is, or have they ever read a poem? Okay, what is a poem? Yes, that is correct. A poem typically are words that rhyme together. It has some sort of rhythm to it. Okay, have any of you guys, with show of hands, ever used or read a poem before? Okay, well, that's okay if you haven't. Today we're going to be learning how to comprehend a poem. All right. So I'm gonna throw an example on the. I have an example for you. It's called "I Have a Little Frog," and the poem reads, "I have a little frog. His name is Tiny Tim. I put him in the bathtub to see if he could swim. He drank up all the water and gobbled up the soap. And when he tried to talk, he had a bubble in his throat." Okay, guys, when comprehending a poem, you want to find important things about the poem, like who the main character is, what the main character is doing, and so on and so forth. So based on this example, is there a certain character mentioned in the poem? Yep, the frog's name is Tiny Tim. That's one aspect, is being able to identify who the main character is. Now, can anybody tell me what the main character, Tiny Tim, is doing? Yep, he's taking a bath. He's taking a bath. Is there anything else that Tiny Tim did or is doing while taking a bath? Yep, he swallowed up the soap. That is correct. These are all important things that you could use to highlight. This will allow you to remember the key aspects of the lesson and allow you to refer back to it. Okay, I have another example for you guys. This poem is called "A Silly Crow," and it reads, "Here is a very silly crow. Upon her head there is a bow. Her feathers hold it on so tight and help her see here in the night. As she flies here and there, her bow is one she'll always wear. She loves her bow upon her head, and it is one she will not shed." Okay, can somebody tell me what or who the main character is in this story? Yep, a crow is the main character in this story. Can somebody tell me what the crow is doing, what the crow is wearing? Yep, the crow has a bow on her head. Is there anything else that she's doing? Yep, she flies around as well. Another question I have for you is, does she ever take the bow off? No, she does not. It mentions in the poem that she wears the bow everywhere. Everything that we just mentioned are aspects that you could highlight, important points of the poem that allow you to understand more deeply who the character is. In this case, it's a silly crow. What they're doing, she is flying, and what she is wearing. But in this case, it could be a bow. Do you guys have a better understanding of how to highlight important aspects of a poem and how to properly comprehend it? If there are any questions, please ask them now. No questions? Okay, so now I have a poem for you guys that you guys are going to complete on your own. If you guys have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. Okay, the poem is called Second Grade Superstars. So in this case, you guys are second graders, right? Are you guys superstars? Yeah, you are. So the poem reads, I'm a second grade superstar. I'm a success. I'm going far. I can read many books that are long. I learn every time I get something wrong. I try to study hard for each test. I focus on always doing my best. I try to be patient and I share. I try to be responsible and I care. I'm a second grade superstar. Watch me. I will really go far. So, now that you guys all have a copy of this poem, please read it and highlight what you find important in the poem. If there's any questions, please raise your hand and I will come to you as soon as I can. Okay guys, just a few more minutes. Okay, is everyone finished? Okay, good. How did it go for you guys? Yeah, that's okay. You might not completely understand it right now. If you have any questions, please ask now. None? Okay, let's go over the poem together. So, the poem was Second Grade Superstars. Is there a main character that is talked about over the course of this poem? Yep, second graders is the right answer. That is something you guys should have highlighted. What is the second grader doing or talking about in this case? Yep, they're discussing how successful they are and how smart they are. This poem is meant to describe to you guys that you guys are going to be very successful. These are all important aspects you guys should have highlighted in the poem. Like when it mentions, I'm a success, or I can read many books. I learn every time I get wrong, or I am wrong. These are all important aspects that you should highlight because they are all important to understanding the poem. Yes, I know this is the first time that you guys have done this, or some of you guys, but we are going to practice this over the course of the entire year, okay? I hope that you guys are still anxious to learn about how to comprehend a poem, and I will accept any questions that you guys have now.